I'm back. Very cool that you're making me talk about Israel again after last week, Adam.
Again, you pitched this segment, so I don't know.
Last week when I explained how the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is basically Star Wars, I was terrified my whole family would get doxxed, but that didn't happen.
Well, okay. Well, then that's good then.
Is it though? Because I think it just means no one saw my segment last week when I clearly explained that people need to stop blaming Jews around the world for the actions of the Israeli government. And this week, innocent Jewish people got attacked all across the country. Maybe if more people saw my segment and doxed my family, they would have at least learned something and not attacked random Jews.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, look, Adam, you can go. I got this.
Okay.
Jewish people eating dinner were attacked in Los Angeles. All right. A peaceful protester was beaten in New York City, and synagogues have been vandalized in Tucson, Skokie, and Salt Lake City. And while that's pretty normal for Jews historically, it's not normal for American Jews anymore. Jews haven't let our guard down completely since Jesus was crucified, but in America, we generally feel pretty safe as long as Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't in the room. Look, Jews aren't the enemy, okay? I shouldn't have to say this anymore. Hitler is dead. Why isn't anti-Semitism? It's simple, really. It's easy to hate a people who the media casts as villains, and Israel is being a villain right now, so the media is casting. Hamas is a villain too. Let's not leave them out of the conversation, but Israel is being a villain, and they're being led by a villain. Look at this guy. That guy. He's Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu, if you didn't know. He's loving this violence in Gaza right now because it's allowing him to prove once again that he's Israel's strongman daddy and it needs him to stay alive. So be mad at him if you're pro-Palestinian, but don't take it out on his distant cousins in America, okay? American Jews are not your enemy. I can't possibly say this any louder, but let's look at this another way. Okay, let's look at this in a way that's going to blow your minds, y'all. Let's side with Hamas for a second. Hamas is an organization that is dedicated to, and this is a quote from their charter, they are dedicated to wiping Israel off the map. It's an extremist position that is a major factor in this conflict, but we don't need to get into all that. Let's just say we agree with Hamas and go from there, okay? If your goal is to wipe Israel off the map, you need international support because the US and the UN basically made Israel and support its existence like parents. Only now they're disappointed parents whose kid got in trouble for beating up a Palestinian at school. And parents may get upset at their kids, but very few go full Casey Anthony and wipe their kids off the map. Which means if you want to wipe Israel off the map, you have to prove to its parents that they'd be better off without it, like Casey Anthony. You have to convince them that Israel doesn't need to exist. But Israel was created as a safe haven for Jewish people escaping the Holocaust, right? So if you attack Jewish people, you reinforce the need for Israel to exist. So whether you see these Jewish people and think those are probably nice people who don't deserve to be attacked, or those Jews represent Israel and I want Israel to no longer exist, you should not attack them, okay? It's stupid. And this whole thing is really sad and scary. We've been scapegoated so many times before, and this time it's almost easy to understand since Israel and Jews are inextricably linked. But it's not understandable, okay? It's still wrong. Anyway, hopefully we have a ton of anti-Semitic viewers so they learn to be smarter at it. Adam, come on back.
Okay.
So, Adam,
Hi.
question for you.
Sure.
Do you hope we have anti-Semitic viewers?
Is this a test?
Yeah, don't answer that. All right, cross your fingers I get doxxed this time. See ya, Adam.
I will
Bye,
not
everyone.
do that. I will not do that.